Hey, welcome to episode 3 of the 3 Minutes of Growth continual conversation. If you didn't watch the first 2 episodes, you can find them on my page. Feel free to ask questions, engage, share, what have you. My face looks really weird to me. It looks like I got a filter, like I got baby blue eyes or something. Anyway, so yesterday we talked about emotions. And we talked about how emotions can become overwhelming and we tend to trap our emotions. So that begs the question, how do we deal with our negative emotions, right? It's actually quite easy to deal with emotions. Well, let me put it another way. It's simple. It's not easy emotionally for a lot of people, but it's actually simple. Emotions are just designed to move through our bodies. It's our intellect and our ego that traps them and doesn't allow them to move through the body. And then once they're trapped, they'll stay trapped unless we release them. But it's not just as easy as just saying, okay, I'm going to release these emotions, although a lot of people think it is. In order to release an emotion, you have to feel it, because the emotion just, the energy of the emotion just needs to be felt. Now, yesterday I talked about how it brings with it a lesson, and you got to catch the lesson. Well, you can't catch the lesson without feeling the emotion. So the way to handle your negative emotions is to express them. Now, we're taught in many different ways that expressing negative emotions are not okay. From a young age, we are taught as kids that it's not okay to express our negative emotions. And then women are taught a little bit differently than men, and certain things are tolerated differently. And so we've got this really confusing relationship with our negative emotions. But the reality is, our emotions just need to be expressed. Now, if you've got an emotion stuck inside of you, it's got to come out. The way you can express emotion is, again, simple. You just give it a voice. Writing letters can be very powerful, but I think the best way to express an emotion is out loud. And the reason is because that gives your voice a chance to be engaged, and you can literally hear yourself saying the words of the emotion, and the resonance vibrates through your body. So an emotional or a verbal expression of an emotion is more of an embodied expression. And if we want to get these out of our bodies, it's best to engage our bodies in the expression of the emotion. Now, that generally is not going to be just you talking it out, although that can be helpful. Usually you're going to need somebody else's perspective to ask questions, or to just sit and kind of like be there with you, you know. So that's my experience, that the expression of emotions with other people, with a coach, with a mentor, that's the absolute best way to handle emotions. And then once you get into the habit of expressing your emotions, your mind, your body will become a clear channel, and you'll stop trapping them so they don't have to be expressed later on after the fact, because they're just continually expressed as you're feeling them. And there's nothing wrong with feeling emotions. That's part of our human journey. So we'll stop there for this episode. Hopefully that lands. If you got any questions or anything you want me to respond to or address, then let me know. Talk to you soon.